record on this computer?
No, remember and mute everyone first, Lynn.
Just did re-record. You could have did that before I pressed the wee button, right? But
No,
thank you.
so I'm slow.
I know. Thank you. We all are. Mute all, and then Louise, you just unmute yourself. When it's does that mute me as well? No, can you still hear me? I can still hear me. Right, I'll have to edit the bit at the beginning. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Tonight, Louise has kindly volunteered to cover online parties. Before I pass you over to Louise, I've seen this on the Viva MK official support group from Ali and Jeff Lloyd, who are doing very, very high retail. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And we're going to be using this. I don't know if, does my camera obscure the right hand side of my screen for you guys, or can you see like the retail boosters? This, yes, no, can you see it? Somebody, you can see it because it obscures it for me, so I've got to move my camera around. So I'm not going to train on these tonight. I just want to say we're going to be using this, we're going to be introducing it. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and it's covering everything: free samples, friends and family, selling online, friends and family packs, doorstep demonstrations, competitions, branding, tap and tell, retail boosters, blanket dropping, personal use, old customers drops, customer base, and taster catalogues. I thought that's brilliant. I hope you agree. But tonight we're going to cover the online, and this is where I'm going to put it on a speaker view. Just show speaker view. I'll make you a wee bit smaller, Louise, because it comes up quite big on the screen. Oh, that's a wee bit too wee. Can't you see you now? Right, thank you, Louise. It's over to you.
Okay, doke. Well, last night I did my first online party for a few months actually. I don't know why, I just kind of got out of the way of doing them for a wee bit. But I think the break seemed to do them good because I was more logged into it last night than I've had before. And I know obviously there was a few of you from the team as well, but even kind of discounting you guys, there was still a lot more had responded to the sort of party invite and were tuning in as well, which was good. And I think when you do an online party, it's always quite good if you've got that wee bit of interaction within that hour, like people commenting on posts and liking and stuff, because it's a long hour if you're sitting here trying to post ads and stuff in your party and you're not really getting any feedback at the time. So, but this slide here, basically, you know, Facebook, Spock, Instagram, eBay, Gumtree, Amazon, Carousel, and it's just how many do you use? I mean, the slide before there that Lynn had put up about using kind of all roads on the pond sort of thing, and I think we have to try and do as much as we can on other sites as well as Facebook. Secret to selling online? Absolutely no secret. Just do what feels right for you. You know, I think increasing your activity and just trying something different as well. I mean, even before I came on tonight, actually, I did a watch party in my group, and I posted a video that I had of the foot pads being used, and then a video of the contouring stick. What I didn't realise was at the end of the YouTube video for the contouring stick, there was all these adverts about doing your eyebrows and everything else. So it kind of went a wee bit off what I wanted it to do. But it's trial and error with a lot of these things. The tools are there, and I think we just need to learn how to use them, because the watch party shows you exactly who's tuning in there and then. It allows you to react to a single person that's tuning in there and then. So it's quite good, and I think I need to play around with it a wee bit. But as you all know, consistency is key, and your success will come from what you do consistently. good housekeeping, clear cover photo in your group, always acknowledge comments, doesn't have to be right away if we're not online 24/7, but always acknowledge comments, even if it is just to a little like of the comment and just to say, I'll send you a private message. Doesn't look very good in your group for anybody new if there's lots of comments and no replies from yourself. Minimum info, because that encourages questions. And even on my party last night, I didn't have the prices on all the products that I posted. I put prices up for some, but some I just left, and it lets people come to me and post the question. And these are just a couple of little slides. I don't think I used variations of them last night, but when you set up the event in your group, it's always good to pop wee reminders in, you know, maybe 24 hours before and then earlier that day and then an hour to go kind of thing. It just keeps people remembering that the event is on tonight. The party in your pyjamas one's always quite a good one. Just lets people see, you know, that they can get comfy and whatever. I mean, I've always kind of done my parties 9 o'clock at night. I have tried a couple earlier and they actually weren't as successful, so I think maybe come 9 o'clock at night people are maybe more likely to have sat down with a cup of tea or whatever, maybe once they've got kids in bed and stuff. And I always tell them at the end of the party, sort of, thanks for popping in, but you're still welcome to order. They can still browse it. The event's still there, live. It doesn't go away. I always know there's probably one or two that maybe have wanted to pop onto the party and maybe either they couldn't at the time or they forgot about it. So I always say the event's still live and I'll still take orders until such and such a time. So last night I had said I would take orders until 10 o'clock this morning, I think it was, for any of the offers during the party. Again, these are just samples, the ones that I've used. But basically, I mean, it's so easy to set up. It takes you literally 2 minutes. You just click, make sure you're in your group, click the event tab, decide the date and time of your event, share the link in your group, share it on your own timeline. The only thing I have discovered is the event in your group, Facebook will automatically invite every person in your group if they are on your friends list. If they're not on your friends list, they don't appear to be getting an invite, and you can't seem to invite them. You've just got to keep sharing the link in your group and get them to click in that way, because if they're group members, then obviously they can. Try and plan what you want to advertise. I mean, I have done parties completely off the cuff, and I've just, because I have all my product pictures in folders on my computer, so I just tend to dip in and out and you know, pop up what I want to do. But last night I was trying to promote the skincare a wee bit last night, because I haven't had any sales in that at all so far, and it did work. I did get quite a few sales last night. But just, you know, I think the main thing I can say is if you're going to do an online party, just enjoy it. Don't stress about it. I mean, you can't go wrong. You can't really do anything wrong, because all you're doing is posting product ads the same as what you would do in your group, just that you're doing it in this event for a specific time. You don't have to have a theme to your party. You could just post products, you know, whatever took your fancy. This one last night, I always do a kind of roll call at the beginning just to see who's there, get them to say hello, see who's joining in. And I always offer a small prize for that. I just do, you know, pick a name out the hat at the end of the party sort of thing. And I can't actually remember what prize I was offering tomorrow. Yeah, it tends to just be, sometimes it's like a product that I've got left lying about the house, or one of the cleaning products, because again I'm trying hard at the minute to actually promote a lot of the cleaning stuff, because I feel that's where we'll get a lot of repeat customers from once they use products and kind of see how good they are and stuff as well. These are just screenshots that Lynn's showing you now of ads that I did last night. So there was a whole mixture of some of the new products, the skincare products, yeah, the snoring one, the path cleaner. I kind of promoted it as all special offers, you know, that I think the patio cleaner is an offer anyway with Viva MK kind of thing. I think the only one that was really, I can't remember, I've just lost it off the screen, sorry. The only one that was really my offer was the can't remember. But yeah, I mean,
3 baggy things.
What, sorry?
3 baggy pink things.
The flamingo ice cube things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when I say offers, it doesn't have to be a lot. It just even needs to be one product or a couple of products that basically you take less commission on or no commission on, and just promote, you know, to try and promote those products kind of thing. Host an online party, yeah, I was really trying to promote that last night, because for as long as I've done parties, I have never ever had anybody take up the chance to have a party themselves, and I just feel that that would be a really good way of trying to get a whole batch of new customers, trying to reach more people out there. And this is what I was trying to explain to them last night, that if they agree to have an online party, they virtually just do nothing. They can tune in like they do to my group party. The only difference being it's not set up as an event in my group, it'll be set up as an event through their own page, so therefore it'll let them invite their own friends. So it's a whole new market for me to target kind of thing. And I just hope that one day some of them will take me up on that, because I would actually really like to do a party for somebody else. I think it might be a wee bit different. It'd be interesting to see what results would come in from that, from people that maybe aren't in my group and haven't seen any of the products before. I think it could be quite interesting actually. Always thank them at the end of the party as well. You know, I never normally announce the winner of that check-in raffle during the party, because you're too busy trying to post and keep up with comments. So I just drew it first thing this morning and announced it on the actual post about that prize draw. But I mean, I got 70 quid's worth of orders on that last night now in an hour. Now, would I have got 70 quid's worth of orders from my group last night? Probably not. But I think that was, you know, that was the offer I was going to say. The offer that I did was spend £15 and get a free gift, and I think there's only about 2 people actually, or 3 people spent over the £15, and I was just going to use the spring clean kit, as Kate and I had spoke about before as well. Sharon Davis mentioned that at the last at the Millionaires meeting, you know, about using that as prizes and stuff, which I think is a great idea, because it's not a huge cost to us. So that's really what I'm planning to do for that. But I think they're just so easy to do. They don't have to be like stressful or anything like that at all. It's just as if you were sitting posting in your group for an hour, just that you would post a lot more ads in that hour than you probably would do in your normal group, because you've got a specific target audience that have come into that online party, and while you've got them there for that hour, you want to try and promote as much as you can to them in that hour. So I would just say to anybody thinking of doing it, just go for it, just give it a try, because what have you got to lose at the end of the day? You know?
I first unmute everybody so we can, because I'm not finished with you yet, but I just want to thank you for that by unmuting everybody. I've got a clip that I'm going to show at the end. A clip that I'm going to show. The reason I was late tonight was I couldn't get that the video that I had of Louise's party. I recorded it on my phone, which no longer gives me the link to share to YouTube. So, and I tried to shrink it down. So eventually what I've done is I've just posted it on my own wall. I'm going to play much of it because of the time factor. I don't even know what time it is. I usually have my phone here. But the other thing, before I show you the video, did you hear Louise talking about a watch party? What a blooming coincidence, Louise, because if I had time tonight, I was actually going to show a YouTube video about watch parties, how they work and how we can use them in the business, and they are fantastic. So well done you. I know, Joe, I was going to actually ask you anyway, because I've seen that you do watch parties. I've seen Joe's, is it you? You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot I was on mute. I did one, but to be honest, it was only because I was playing. It wasn't a kind of a planned event. I just didn't know what it was, to be honest. I didn't know, I'd never used it, so I played it, and I've done a couple without any real intent, to be honest, really more just kind of playing.
Right. I think most of us have looked at it, wondered about it. Louise has delved a bit further than most of us tonight. Well, for the few weeks I've been keeping meaning, you know how it goes and you forget. But tonight I Googled it. I think it's going to be a massive advantage. I'm not going to show you the clip because I think it's about 10 minutes long, but what I will do is I'll post it on the Rhino group and just Google it, because different trainers will have different ways that you can use it. But the fantastic thing is you can share a video as if it was a live video, and you can still be sitting in your jammies and you can be doing it live. So I'll put that link. Are you got anything you want? Is that the first time you've used it, Louise?
No, I actually used it months ago, and what I did was I posted the wee recruitment video.
That's what
I did it. It was in the morning, kind of lunchtime-ish, and I was just trying it out to see how long it stayed there for, kind of thing like that. But this time, as I say, it was 2 wee product videos that I wanted to use. I deliberately didn't want to have it going on too long. I just thought a couple of short wee product videos, capture people's interest, kind of thing. I think it could work really well like that. But whether it would mean every person, I don't know, doing their own product videos. I mean, like the makeup ones, they're all on YouTube. They you know, the same brand that we sell. There's loads of makeup videos for them on YouTube. I've got a lot of them saved, but I'm now going to have to go and check them for all the ads at the end.
Clip convert them. Use the clip converter and save them in your computer.
Right.
I'll give you a link to the one that I uses. The clip converter, you can download it, and then you have to upload it to YouTube and knock the adverts out that way. But it's, you know, it's worth getting a bank of them. But if we're doing product demonstrations in our group, what's in the box? You've got the video, you can share it live, and the good thing is you can interact and you can share any video. And it's, you know, you normally, if you share my video, like you share Lynn McDonald's Stain Remover video, if people comment, they're commenting to me. Doing it this way, if people comment, they're commenting to you. Does that make sense? So I'll put the link there. I think it's such a coincidence that Louise mentioned it. But I'm not going to keep talking because I want you to people who didn't manage to tune in. Let me see now. Which one will be Facebook screen? I'm going to try and find which one will be Facebook, which I've got open. It'll probably be this one, won't it? Let's see if it's this one. And then we'll find Facebook. Come on. That looks as though there's no one to share anything. Your screen share has been paused and I didn't resume share. I don't know who paused it. Resume share. This is when Zoom plays up, isn't it? Try again. That's my screen. PowerPoint slides. Right. It might be this screen and I might have to find my... It looks like I might have to post a video at the end of the training because the screen share has just stopped working. Don't ask me why. The screen, PowerPoint, I mean, I've seen it. Nope. It's there. So I do apologise. Anybody got any questions for Louise? And I promise I'll put the video on. I'll be able to put the full video on Facebook, as said, of what the products actually demonstrate. The reason I really want you to see it, if you didn't manage to tune in, is just how relaxed and how easy it is. And then if we use the also the watch party things, use the same videos over and over again. Any questions?
I have a question, Louise. That was absolutely brilliant last night. I really enjoyed it. I missed your live when it was actually live, but it did pop up a bit later, so I was able to catch up with it. Regarding advertising for hosts or hostesses or what have you, have you tried advertising outside your group for people to host a party?
No, not
Okay.
so far.
No. Would it be something that you would consider, or do you think there's a reason not to do it?
No, I don't think there's any reason not to do it. I just think I kind of felt that I thought maybe some of my regular kind of customers maybe would want to have one, because you could make it kind of lucrative for them, I suppose, if they got over, say, so many, so much worth of sales, they could get a free gift and things like that. So I think I just felt I was more kind of trying to target them rather than complete strangers who maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, because obviously the people in your group are familiar with you, aren't they?
Yeah.
But you could edit your special offers for customers out of them and do a watch party on your timeline.
That's actually what I was trying to do the night with the watch party. That was the whole idea of me trying it. I was trying to post that video, the live from the party.
Right, well, I'll email it to you, because I think you're going to have to save it to your documents and upload it from there. I'm going to have to, well, I've got, it's on my phone, so the phone's not sending it through Messenger. I'm going to post it in the group. Now, for anybody who wants just a quick reminder, you might need to write this down. If I share Louise's video in the group, for example, if there's any, if you've shared it, if there's a video you want to copy from Facebook, you right click and get the URL, copy and paste the URL, and then go to Firefox, which is another browser, take out www and replace it with the letter M for mother, M for mother. So, and you used to could do it in Chrome, but it doesn't work in Chrome anymore, but it still works on Firefox. So all you do for any video, change the www to an M and use Firefox. Some other browsers may work. Firefox works for me, Chrome doesn't. And obviously get permission for anybody if you're asking to share a video maybe in your group or anything. I wouldn't share other people's live videos on this new live thing. It's obviously your own ones, but we're all sharing before and after pictures and videos for our own groups. But just always get permission for the person who's posted the video. Any other questions for Louise? Any stories then? First of all, well done, Louise. Thanks for sharing that. Again, I really appreciate it. And £70 an hour, I think, is no bad. We're not getting £70 an hour when we're doing our blanket drops at the minute. So we need our team to be doing a bit of everything. Anybody got any positive stories to end the training with? Is that your hand up, Jackie, or are you thinking?
No, I'm thinking actually. No, I did my, well, it was last week we dropped our first blanket dropping for the company because we were a few weeks delayed with it, and I said, oh, we'd be able to crack on with it last week. So we dropped our first lot, and we did actually pick up one new customer this week from that. So that's obviously one new customer for the future. So we're pleased with that, but it's early doors at the moment. People haven't had catalogues for a long time. I mean, we've been living here with Steve's parents now for 2.5 years, never had a catalogue. So we know the area is not, being targeted. So it's all to play for.
I saw your post, Jackie, online about your blanket drop.
Yeah.
The blanket dropping test started a few weeks back, but there doesn't seem to have been a lot of report backs from blanket dropping. Are a lot of people not started yet?
I can't comment, to be perfectly honest, on anybody else. I did message Michael very recently, and he said it's okay to start it, later than others. And when I did message him to say, we're okay, ready to rock and roll with it, he just came back to me and said, don't worry too much about the figures, just do what you can. But I wanted to obviously find out whether we still are submitting the figures, and I'm not really sure, because as you say, it's not really been that well publicised at the moment.
I can kind of answer Joe's question there. I do know that there was a few. Jeff was putting his hand up there with the move to Hull. Kate, for her own reasons, I think started a bit late. So a few people, I think, did start. So the results aren't really coming through yet, I would say. Any feedback for anything, if you're knocking and presenting, or if you're doing the blanket drops with VVMK, give them the feedback. They want the feedback, whether it's now or later, they want the feedback, so don't worry.
I think that's the thing, though. The feedback's going directly back through the spreadsheet, really, to VVMK. I mean, I'm really behind as well because of my operation, obviously. I couldn't get started right away. I'm still sending off my sheet every week.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily always post in the group my results every week, right enough. I've not been doing that. So if that's what you're meaning,
I think we're feared to publish them now until we crack that nut with the retail.
Well, maybe he's waiting for sort of a 6-month period then, and then at the end of that,
probably, yeah.
Rather than putting them out.
Sorry, Joe. I mean, finish your sentence there.
I lost my train of thought.
The 6 weeks, you've got to be.
Oh yeah, maybe he'll give it that. Maybe he's just accumulating the figures for 6 months, and then he'll put the figures out. Perhaps he'll wait, because I mean, to do it after a month now. I think about it, to do it after a month.
Yeah, I
early
think
doors,
the figures. Sorry to butt in, but I don't think the figures have been good enough to put onto the main group. It was always said the catalogue did the selling for you in the previous business. The problem was it was the catalogue and 70 years of reputation. We haven't got that 70 years of reputation, and the catalogue isn't doing the selling for you like people would expect.
I've got you in a wee minute. I've seen you a couple of times trying to get in there. I agree with some of what you're saying, but we've also got to help with brand recognition and getting the name out there. But Jane's tried nice and politely 3 times. Sorry, Jane.
It was really just to come back on the blanket drop, and I know we've got people in our group who are doing it, and they are sending the figures away religiously. I think Wednesday was the date I had mentioned.
Yeah.
I think as well, blanket dropping, okay, it's fine. Yes, we might not be getting the same results as we did before. I think all of us are intelligent enough to realise that we aren't going to get the same results as we did before. Yeah. So let's suck it up and get on with it, in other words. But I think the other thing is as well, what we want from that blanket dropping is the company to see what the return is, so that they then take the bull by the horns and say, right, okay, here is what's happening. Let's shape the company in a way that Michael's already used the phrase. Let's give them products that they want and other products that they don't know they want yet. So let's get more products in there that they think they want. But to be fair, they don't damn well buy. They want the ones that they don't think they want. It'll all come. It'll all come
together. But I think there's been a lot of. Sorry, were you finished there, Jane, or did I get in? I thought I heard somebody else saying background, but then I realised it might have been yourself. Yeah.
Andy Buxton made a very good point at the end of the meeting when Steve and Jenny and I were talking to him, saying that they're getting a lot of products into the catalogues, which for a younger market, he said, but that isn't who our traditional Clean Easy customer base would have been. So if we're putting these catalogues with a target market of a younger audience to our Clean Easy customers, because that's where most people's customer base is. We're not actually targeting the new products at the right people. So we need to be moving to other people, not just our customer base. And that part of the problem is that we've all got good established customer bases, and that's who we're going to, not getting our products out to other people as well. And that's what they're trying to do.
That's what we're all trying to do, Jeff. That's the nut we're all trying to crack.
Yeah. No.
Yes, Jane.
Why? Sorry, I'm a bit confused about the market for the younger people. The only thing that I felt was much different was there was a bigger makeup range in it. All the other products I felt were, hearing aid cleaner. I don't know many 20-year-olds with a hearing aid.
Yeah. But if you look at the latest catalogue, the outdoor catalogue, that's got a lot more trendy stuff, hasn't it?
But we've all got grandchildren and children.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And you see, I just didn't see it for a younger market.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, to be honest. I think
I think that's
the catalogue modern. I think I think your catalogue has to look modern. It has to look current, and if we're just replacing a new catalogue, replacing a Clean Easy catalogue with a different title, then I don't know whether we're really moving on. And I think as a new company, we can't base ourselves on the same platform as Clean Easy. Clean Easy was developed in a time far, far different to where we're looking at now. And I think trend is changing so quickly now that, the fashionable product this week is replaced by a new fashionable product next week. I think we need to have a new current catalogue. I understand what you're saying, Jeff. A lot of our customers are still used to that, seeing the long shoehorn and those kind of products that we always had in Clean Easy. But I think we've got to be looking for new customers. I think we've got to develop a new customer base based on current catalogues. I don't think we're going to survive based on our old habits anymore.
And I don't know about anybody else, but quite a few of my customers have died recently. so we need new customers. But I understand, being devil's advocate, I understand where Jeff's coming from, and that's why I know, don't laugh at that, James, it's true. We do need some products to attract our Viva our Clean Easy customers. We need them, and that's the basics. And I think we're going very well in that direction with the health products, the different stuff there. But we want Viva MK customers, and we want the younger customers. The K Life, for instance, for me, I sold mostly to younger people, and that's how I see some of the trendier products, as Jeff calls them, that we've all built up. I had young customers.
I think it has to be like that.
Ones, but I had young customers. Sorry, Joe?
I think it has to be like that. Same myself. Funnily enough, when I was collecting catalogues the other week from a customer base, I was thinking exactly the same thing. Over the course of the last year, I've had a couple of people just die of old age. I've had 3 or 4 people diagnosed with cancer or have died of cancer. A customer of mine that hadn't bought from me since the beginning of the new catalogue, since the very beginning of Viva MK. But I'd persevered with it because I have to go past her house anyway to get to others. And she bought off me last month. And when she opened the door, she looked completely different. And she'd been in hospital. She'd had lung cancer and she had a lung taken out. And I just thought, Jesus Christ, what's happening? Because I've had so many people, so many of my customers, at least 4 or 5 customers, might not seem like a lot, but when they're good spenders, 4 or 5 people die and either of old age or of cancer. And I think we need to be focusing on getting younger customers that are going to be there for the next 10 years.
But I'm just thinking this is recorded. We might have dead.
I had quite an interesting.
Dying, especially when they give you big orders.
Yeah.
That sounded a tad unsympathetic.
Sorry, it wasn't meant to sound quite so.
I love these, Joe.
He's staying laughing, and I'm thinking. to stay with me.
I had quite an interesting conversation with Sharon at the meeting on Saturday, and she absolutely blew me away with her talk on Saturday. I so wish it had been recorded because it was fantastic. But I know that she's been doing quite a lot of blanket dropping, and the reason being that she probably doesn't need an awful lot of extra customers because she's got an established base like most of us have here. But if you're leading from the front with your team, you have to walk the walk with them. You have to be, the best retailer you can possibly be yourself. And whether you or not you need more customers, yes, you're right. They do move on. In one way or another. Some of them are no longer with us. Some of them move away, etc. So I've been trying to build up my blanket dropping activity over the last few weeks. And on Saturday, when I was picking up a bunch of stragglers with very few of them looked at, and having done 500 catalogues over the last couple of weeks with really not an awful lot of return for it, it hit me very, very suddenly like a wet flannel across the face when I realised that what I had done was actually pack them wrongly for the neighbourhood that I was in, which was a brand new estate, and on the front of the catalogue was the New Beginnings. So the New Beginnings is a brilliant catalogue, but the front cover is a little bit drab. It's got a nice doobie set on it, but it's grey. And this is a new estate full of young people that in actual fact what I should have put on the front was the health and beauty catalogue. And I spoke to Sharon about it and she said exactly the same. She's working the same kind of areas that I'm working in. She's got the health and beauty catalogue, which looks young, it looks vibrant, it looks trendy, it looks not entirely unlike another competitor's catalogue. And she's getting more of them opened and more of them ordering.
I have to tell you, I've never even considered that.
Yeah, well, it hit me after doing 500 of them and picking them up, Joe, and I was taking very careful note of who had looked at it. The people are looking at it, but, it wasn't exciting to them. Obviously, it's needing something a little bit more than that. So the ones that are going out tomorrow and the next day are all going to have health and beauty in the front. And when the outdoor catalogue comes in, that's what's going in the front. I've got full packs out, as Sharon suggested, because you don't know what people are going to buy. And she actually did a breakdown of what the blanket drop customers were buying, and it was everything from wipe out to duvet sets to makeup to jewellery. It was a vast range of stuff people were buying, but in order to get them to buy, you have to first get them to be interested enough to open the book. So health and beauty on the front until the outdoor book comes out for me. In a different kind of area, in a kind of older established area, I would maybe put the basics on the front. But
something that was mentioned some time ago back in the Clean Easy days, which I don't remember, and I don't know how anybody here feels about it. And I must say I'd totally forgotten about it until you just said what you said. And what somebody I know used to do when they were blanket dropping is, obviously the normal thing of every time you blanket drop, you put a different catalogue at the front, so it looks different. But what they also used to do is sometimes they would open the catalogue to a page and fold back so that page is open.
Yep.
Rather than just a closed catalogue.
Yep.
Because then they're seeing a product, they're seeing a price, they're seeing a description, and you can't help but read.
That's maybe a good thing to try, isn't it?
I've never thought about that.
No, Jeff said to me in the messenger, why don't we do 101 ideas for retailing, like 101 Dalmatians? I was thinking it was a bit over-optimistic, the number, but I do think we need a brainstorm at one of our webinars, or even on the VVMP on a Rhino group. So let's have a brainstorm between us on ideas, because it is really brand recognition and get people to open the book. Yep. That's all we're left with now, because we've had everything apart from the back office, still not been there yet. We're getting better and better with the online. There's more rods in the pond that we can sell the products. When we were first started in Clean Easy, Joe, we used to go to businesses. We put some books in the whiskey bond and got £365 worth of orders. We put books in Burton's biscuits and got orders. We put books in the post office and got a sign up. So maybe we just have to do everything. Jackie?
Just very quickly, I actually used this week on our customer base the tip that Kate gave us regarding a free gift. I think we did spend £15 or more to get a free gift, and we did it on a little day glow in front of the order form so they could actually see that, because Kate was mentioning to getting them to actually open the catalogue. once they open the catalogue, you know, there's so many gorgeous things in there, but it's literally getting them to do it. And
I've got an even better tip for you than that.
Sorry?
I've got an even better tip for you than that, and this is also from Sharon as well.
Okay.
And she was saying at the meeting on Sunday, as far as customer base goes, not blanket drop, because this would cost you a fortune. What I had been doing was handing out putting the skincare samples in with customers' orders. But what Sharon is doing is she's putting one skincare sample inside the front of her pack for customers.
Excellent.
And they're all opening the book because they want to see what's in there. And while they're looking at the book and they're rubbing their hands with this hand cream and everything, they turn the page and there's the hand cream there and they're thinking, this is really nice.
Yeah.
She's got loads of extra sales of skincare because she's just invested that 20 pence to put, you know, so, you know, with your blanket drop, not everybody will open them, so you can reuse some of them, but you know, if they're...
It's getting them to open that catalogue.
It's getting them to open the book, whatever it takes to open the book. There was somebody in Clean Easy years ago that used to put a little day glow in the front of the catalogue, and it said, "Is there a fiver inside this catalogue?" And they put two £5 notes inside two catalogues at the beginning of every month, I think, and then sometimes they'd be found and sometimes they wouldn't, so they would do. They would just that got everybody opening the book because everybody could use the fiver, right? So. But in order to make that work, you have to be honest about it. You have to actually do it. But Sharon says putting the samples in. So our catalogues today that have gone out to customer base have all got that in them because I had quite a lot anyway because I was giving them out with orders. But giving them out with orders is features that can be really because only the people that have opened the book and ordered are getting them then. But the people who have not opened the book for a while are more inclined to open it if they see something like that inside it.
Brilliant. Kate, Jane, you've had your hand up a couple of times.
Just very quickly to say that I think Lynn recorded Sharon's talk at Our Millionaires Joe, and it, I think, is very similar to what she did at the big one last.
It actually was a completely different talk, but.
Well, there was a lot of similar bits, but she changed.
From what you've said, Kate,
the bits that you're talking about are in the video that we recorded.
And the other thing, what I recommended just the other day was, if you're telling them there's a sample or giving them a sample, why not open the catalogue at that page?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so they don't have
a good idea.
Too far.
Yep, good idea.
And it's what we used to do with Clean Easy years ago anyway. It's just we all got lazy.
We got lazy because it was too easy, because they tried drops and get great results. But at the end of the day, if I go back to my first 12 months, especially in the business, we were doing everything. Books into hairdressers, books into the whiskey bond, books into buttons, and, you know, encouraging people to, you know, show the books to friends and we'll give you a discount. Did you have your hand up, Mary, earlier? I wasn't sure if you were going like that or if you had your hand up. Just checking. Anybody else? But I do think we need a brainstorm on all these different ways to just, you know, sell the products. What I'm hoping to do is I've spoke to Michael to try and get his help, because some people might say no to me if I ask for a webinar, but they'll not say no to Michael. So if you know what I mean. So what I'm hoping to get is the top retailers to kick off a webinar. It will be Target next Wednesday, if this couple and Michael promote it tomorrow, with Alan Jeff Lloyd, that same who did that spider at the beginning of the training, which made me, when I've seen that spider, it's phenomenal. And I can see the goal setting that they're doing with the pictures with the cars, and you know, they're doing a lot right. So touch wood, everybody put it out to the universe. Here's the secret, that we'll have them next Wednesday. It will be open to the entire Viva MK, because the goal is to get sales into Viva MK. It has to be all the ideas, sharing them together with all of us to get this business rocketing now. Anybody else before I go? Anything you want to say?
Yep, I would like to say well done, Trisha, for joining the webinar anyway, because Trisha's been sat in casualty tonight with a relative that broke his foot. So she apologised in advance that she might not be with us, but she is. Hiya.
Hello.
I hope his foot's all right.
He's in agony. He's got a big boot on. Oh, he is.
Oh bless.
I've hit blip.
Touch wood, I've never actually broken a bone. I'll probably fall and break my leg in the morning. Right, thanks everybody for your time. Thanks for sharing your stories. And what we'll do is we'll get a thread on the A group about the ideas to get these books opened.
Yep.
You know, Kevin and Lisa last week did the knock on the door. It doesn't always suit people to knock the door in place, but they got a better result with that as well, so we can look at everything. Thanks very much for your time. I'll see you all next week.
Everybody. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
That was brilliant.
Bye.
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 The videos will be up as soon as I can sort it out.